Good evening. I don't really have any sort of intentional thing that this is supposed to be. I'd be pretending if I did. I literally just decided to turn the camera on. I've had some alcohol, smoked some marijuana. Today was nice because I managed to actually have a great night's sleep before. Uh, Kudos to me. Disappointed though because I didn't have any vegetables yesterday. Today though, I ate well. And I still partook in my alcohol. And I do have time to actually have some tea, which I will likely have soon. Probably after I record this video. Do I have anything nice to say or anything that would make any sense that's cool? No. I've just been going through this experience day by day. Obviously, I would love to end it instantly. I've also been going through other experiences as well. I've tried exercising. I got into that. I still want to get into it. There's a feeling that feels nice when I do like move now. Whereas before there was a sedatedness that I genuinely just kind of accepted. That being said, I have to move through it. And I guess that's a big thing of my life right now is kind of moving through stuff. Rather than saying that this is all there is or that this is all that I'm gonna be. I accept that if I don't do anything, then yes, this is all I will ever be. And I also need to accept that moving forward isn't going to be easy and that there's a lot of things that I do that hold me back. Like, there's a ton, which is unfortunate, but it's just a reality of the situation. The way that I've lived and the experiences that I've had, put me in a place. And the truth is, I can keep going deeper and deeper into that place if I want to. It's very easy. Or I can take the effort and acknowledge that I'm really the one who's putting myself there. And it's hard. It's very hard. There's a lot of times where I feel like, am I doing a thing that's good for me or is it for my ego? And oftentimes I have to admit that it gets very blurry. That's one of the problems of being a quote unquote functional alcoholic is you are capable of doing stuff. However, you're still under the grasp of the demon. It's unfortunate. I could say it is what it is, but there's just this really sad reality that, you know, my life's not easy. Aside from even the alcohol, but I'm not going to sit here and complain. Um, Living for some people is just genuinely a little bit harder than others. And I would never say that the way that my life is hard is akin to how someone else's life is hard, right? I'm blessed with some fortunate realities where I don't know if I'd be able to deal with them, whereas others have to deal with those realities constantly. I am blessed with my reality, which to others would be very, very different. So it's being cognizant of that that's nice. But it's also about saying that yes, that's a truth. That I can understand that I'm blessed that there are other experiences that I'm not going through. There's also this part that I have to understand that I do live within, and hurt exists, and I also need to accept that hurt a lot more and say that, You know, these things do hurt. I don't have to run away from them as much. I should let hurt be a thing that's able to wash over me instead of something that I learn to run away from. Because when you're stuck experiencing something that really hurts you, you can't run away from it. And you can't train yourself to get over how you hurt yourself. I cannot train myself to get over how I hurt myself because of the fact that I'm still hurting myself and I see it, and I'm still learning how to not hurt myself in the first place. It's very strange and cyclic, but there's only parts of the cycle that I can break at a time. It's definitely started with my mentality, though. Instead of saying that I will not become an alcoholic or that I won't be an alcoholic eventually, I told myself 2 weeks ago that I've quit. And I've accepted that every choice now is just me trying to figure out how to accept it. I figured if I could create a very solid foundation instead of saying that I'll do something and saying that I quit and that everything now is a reaction to that, then I think I would have to take more significance about what I do. Maybe that's the key. I don't know. I'm still going through this process, being honest. So, yeah. Life is interesting. Money troubles don't bother me so much anymore like they used to. But unfortunately, I do live in a reality where I'm not good with my money. And I get why that stresses everybody else out. It should stress you out. It should stress me out more. If I was lying, I would say I've built a cushion where I felt if I ever had to go through some sort of strange period, it'd be there to do it, and it's there. That being said, though, there's a guilt running through me using it. There's a guilt running through likely anybody that would ever say they built up a savings that would allow them to get over something if they had to. How do you use it properly? The truth is, I don't know. It's not like I've got anybody really telling me how. That's another truth. If you don't have anybody telling you how, that's okay. But you do have to remember that you're the one that wants to get better. I know that I want to get better, and I know that I'm gonna have to be the one that roots for me the most. It's nice when we have others. But we are our own little rocket ship, and we should blast off proper. I'm going to make some tea. It is 11 p.m. where I live. When I drink my tea, it's meant for sleep. I'm also going to likely hydrate a bunch, end up in my Discord chat, and try to hydrate in front of others. It makes me feel good and acknowledge that I'm drinking water and that others can see me do it. My life has been interesting. And I bet a lot of yours has been interesting as well. And I hope it's good. This is Free Mind signing off for the night. I hope eventually these get far more structured and that I can be something even bigger than what I am. I'm not necessarily trying to feed an ego, but I'd rather plan these videos. I'd rather have something to say instead of spewing it off of the cuff. Sure, it's easier, but I have dreams and visions, and I should focus and make them a reality. Just as you should too. Keep it real and stay blessed, y'all.